The air inside the cavern was still, thick with centuries of untouched dust and mystery. Dr. Elias Monroe knelt beside the stone slab that concealed what he believed to be the greatest discovery in human history. His breath came in shallow bursts, heart pounding as he brushed away the final layer of dirt. The faint golden glow beneath the stone wasn't a trick of light, it pulsed, alive, almost breathing. The others, Laura, his assistant, and 2 local guides, watched in awe as the slab shifted, revealing an ancient chamber untouched since the days of Solomon. Every wall was engraved with Hebrew symbols and strange geometric patterns that seemed to hum softly as if recognizing the presence of those who had finally come to disturb their eternal rest. Elias took a cautious step forward, his torchlight catching something reflective. And then, there it was. The Ark of the Covenant. It stood upon a raised platform, wrapped in shadows yet gleaming with a divine radiance that no age could tarnish. The golden cherubim on top faced each other, their wings nearly touching, just as the scriptures described. His eyes watered as he whispered, "God, it's real. It's really here." Laura covered her mouth, trembling. The guides fell to their knees, whispering prayers in their language. The air vibrated with an electric hum, faint at first but growing stronger, as though the ark itself was aware of their intrusion. Elias approached slowly, the hairs on his arms rising. Every instinct screamed at him to stop, but curiosity and reverence pushed him forward. "Do you feel that?" Laura asked, her voice shaking. He nodded. The ark's glow intensified, the air around it rippling like heat. For a moment, Elias thought he saw faces, ancient priests, angels, burning wheels of light, flashing in and out of the gold surface. His hand trembled as he extended it toward the lid. "After all these years," he murmured, "the covenant between heaven and earth." Before he could finish, the ground shuddered. A blast of wind roared through the chamber though there was no opening. His torch flickered out, plunging them into the glow of the ark alone. The lid shifted slightly on its own, releasing a low, vibrating tone that felt like it came from inside their skulls. Laura screamed. The guides fled into the tunnel, shouting words Elias couldn't understand. Then, one final breath, he touched the edge of the ark. A burst of blinding light exploded outward, consuming everything. For a brief second, Elias felt suspended in eternity, surrounded by a storm of sound and vision. He saw the Red Sea part, the thunder atop Sinai, and the first temple burning in flames. A voice thundered through his mind, powerful, sorrowful, divine. "Who dares awaken what was sealed by my hand?" Then, nothing but darkness. Elias awoke in silence. His body ached as if crushed by the weight of centuries. When his eyes opened, the cavern was transformed. The torches were gone, his team nowhere in sight. Only the ark remained, its golden lid now slightly open, radiating a faint, rhythmic pulse, like a living heart. He staggered to his feet, calling out, "Laura! Isaac! Where are you?" But the echoes that came back were strange, layered, distorted, like 1,000 voices whispering his name in unison. The air shimmered, thick with energy that made the stone walls vibrate. He stumbled backward, clutching his chest, his pulse racing in terror. The golden mist began to pour from the ark's opening, twisting and swirling above it like a living storm. At first, it took no shape, only light and motion, but then, within the mist, Elias saw images. Mountains trembling, seas parting, angelic forms descending from fire, and cities crumbling under unseen power. He gasped as the light grew brighter, and from within it emerged a presence, vast, ancient, and terrible in its beauty. It wasn't human, it wasn't angel, it was the voice of the covenant itself, made visible. Its form shimmered between matter and spirit, eyes like collapsing stars. "Elias Monroe," the voice said, though its lips did not move. It spoke inside his mind and soul at once. The ark was not hidden. It was sealed, until the appointed time. Elias fell to his knees, trembling, unable to speak. The nations have forgotten the covenant. But now, the seal is broken, and judgment begins. The words rolled like thunder, shaking dust from the ceiling. Elias cried out, "Please, I didn't mean to, I only wanted to prove you were real." The light shifted, almost sorrowfully. "Faith seeks to believe," it said, "but man seeks to control. And in his pride, he awakens what he cannot command." Suddenly, the mist shot upward, through the cracks in the ancient ceiling. It pierced the earth above like a beam of living fire, tearing through the night sky. All across the world, satellites captured the same pillar of light blazing from Jerusalem into the heavens. People poured into the streets, some falling to their knees, others screaming in fear. In the Vatican, alarms sounded. In Washington, world leaders gathered in silence before screens that displayed the same radiant glow. And above it all, a trumpet-like sound echoed through the atmosphere, a note so deep it could be felt in the bones. Elias stumbled out of the cavern, his vision still blurred by the divine light. He looked up and saw the sky itself open, clouds spiraling as something vast and golden descended. His breath caught in his throat. It was as if the heavens themselves were remembering something long forgotten. The covenant is remembered, the voice echoed once more, this time from everywhere at once, across cities, oceans, hearts. And in that moment, Elias understood, the ark hadn't just been opened. It had reconnected heaven and earth. The light intensified until the stars themselves dimmed. The last thing Elias saw was a radiant figure stepping forth from the cloud, holding something that gleamed brighter than the sun. Then the world went silent. The ancient covenant had awakened, and history itself was no longer the same.